Howdy, guys. What's up? How's it going? Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. It's all good. My name is Steve Von Jono, and this is the Von Jono Predicament. This is a moderate, centrist, free speech platform for milquetoast fence sitters like myself to get together and deliver the news about how nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. Gonna have to forgive me, guys. I'm a little shaken up right now. Last night, Vanessa Carlton beat the shit out of me. She was mad that I was cheating on her and also that I rushed the stage at her Cleveland concert to inform her that we were dating. Vanessa, if you're watching this, I want you to know I would walk 1,000 miles just to see you. It is not true, but I would drive at most 150 miles with the right speed. That is sub 2 hours. But all right, listen, let's not dwell on that, okay, for legal/ego reasons. We got a lot of news to talk about today, mostly regarding how everything's fine and nothing's wrong.
All is fine.
I recently got back from CPAC, which is ironically not CPAP, despite most of the attendees of the event needing that particular machine more or less 24 hours a day. It's called awake apnea, and it affects 3 out of every 5,000 Americans, but ironically 4 out of every 5 people whose Facebook profile picture is them holding a fish. But that's not what CPAC is. No, CPAC stands for Conservative Politics Are Cool, which only makes sense. Now listen, I don't know about you, but I am not a conservative. Okay? I'm a milquetoast fence sitter. I am what the Democratic Party used to be 20 years ago, down to the Jinko jeans and the puka shell necklaces. But you have to admit that all the cool counterculture punk rock stuff is coming from conservatives. Okay? Josh Hawley and Death Grips are working on a collab right now. CPAC is a several-day-long music festival-adjacent, vibes-wise, conference held at a Red Roof Inn Deluxe hotel/gator pin/conference center, usually in Florida. I was down there for 5 of the most exciting days of my life. Producer Nancy Mom did apply for a press pass, which I didn't get due to having a, quote, Jewish skull shape. So every night I had to wash dishes to earn my keep. Okay? And I don't know what it is about Rudy Giuliani's body, but something in there, it turns all the ketchup he touches, it's incredibly hard to get off a plate. I tell you, Giuliani wasn't even the half of it. By weight, he was more like a 14th of it, but that's not the point. We had some big names. I tell you, the sky was truly dark, for all the stars were at CPAC. I'm talking Giuliani. Okay? I'm talking Lauren Boebert. I'm talking Matt Gaetz. I'm talking Sean Hannity. I'm talking Ron Paul. I'm talking Rand Paul. I'm talking Varg Vikernes. I'm talking an old man who's lived in Argentina for the past several decades, but he was born in Germany. He will not be answering any questions about that. Thank you very much. And of course, the headliner for the event was a man by the name of Donald Trump, a guy who was doing great. He's absolutely fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. He's doing great. Nothing's wrong.
There was absolutely no persistent sense of dread.
This was the second CPAC I attended this year. And let me tell you something, that is not nearly enough. Okay, we need to do it more. It needs to be a touring thing like Lollapalooza in the 90s. We go from town to town. We set up an abandoned, possibly haunted old fairgrounds. We have some carnival games. We sell some $20 bottles of water. Sonic Youth comes out and does 90 minutes of atonal improvisation. And then we tell everyone to go vote for Pat Buchanan. It only makes sense. But no, just 2 a year. I don't know. I guess absence does make the heart grow fonder. And it does make sense because a lot of people at CPAC had an absence of heart. And that's not a metaphor. They were born without a heart. So doctors filled in the cavity with just a steampunk-looking organ thing. It's just got a bunch of valves. It's held by leather. Every now and then it just plays a Dresden Dolls song. It's pretty cool, actually. The last CPAC was held in May of this year. Another time where there's nothing wrong. Everything is fine. It was great. Everyone liked each other. No one flinched every time the door opened. We're fine. I'm not owned. You're owned. I'm not owned. Nothing's wrong. We're good. Nothing's wrong. The last CPAC was held in Budapest, Hungary, a country I thought was Buddhist. Budapest, it only makes sense. So I showed up in a full Indian Raj outfit, which not the right ethnicity whatsoever, but by being doubly racist, I did get a voucher for a free soda, so that's fun. Hungary, let me tell you, that's another country where nothing's wrong. Everything's great. It's being led by a guy named Viktor Orban, okay, who might be my dad. Producer Nancy Mom has said that she, played funny games with a number of middle-aged, Hungarian men back in the 80s. So we don't know, but he's a cool dude. He's a powerful alpha male, unlike our bullshit gamma male president, Joe Biden, who likes to eat ice cream and can barely even do one push-up. No. Viktor Orban only eats goulash, and every day he wakes up and just does Travis Bickle's workout routine from Taxi Driver over and over again. I love Big Papa Orban. He's a good friend. We have not met. Have not met him. Did go to a Hungarian restaurant recently, though. Well, sort of. It was a Panda Express at the mall, but I think I got the general gist of it, So in May, we were all in Hungary, just having a fun time. We liked the architecture. We liked the weather. No one was taking notes. It's fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. But this time, we were in Florida, and we had a blast. The first speaker to go up was, of course, Kevin Sorbo. He did 45 minutes of stand-up, told some very funny behind-the-scenes stories about production of Hercules and all the various slurs he called different crew members.
Sam Raimi, what a grease monkey, mamma mia!
And then finished with his classic, there are two kinds of black people bit. And then Lauren Boebert came up, and let me tell you something, my jeans were tight. Damn, 10 out of 10 smoke show. That Boebert, it's wild. I like my women with at least one gun on them at any time, and at most a GED. And that's also the title of my new country album as well.
Big and rich in this economy?
Bobes is great, man. I love her. She went up there, played the hits, talked about how everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. It's doing great. People like what they're doing. People are big fans of it, and the Democrats need to stop grooming our children and start grooming our poodles. Freaky Friday. Get it together. And the rest of the speakers were great, too. Mike Lindell got on stage, let us all roll around in his sheets briefly. Jack Posobiec went up, taught us all the new hand gestures YouTube doesn't know about yet. Sarah Palin taught us yoga. Skateboarder Taylor Silverman went up, did a bunch of ollies, and then showed us her pussy to prove she belongs in the women's division. J.D. Vance, author of Hillbilly Elegy, just talked shit about Ron Howard for one unbroken 17-minute long sentence. Representative Beth Van Dween from Texas just stared right at all of us, and we blinked first, so she established dominance. And of course, the event ended with Big Puppy himself, Donald J. Trump, coming out to the fanfare of very powerful masculine music and letting everyone know that he's doing just fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. He's doing fine. He's the person least in need of therapy in this whole fucking state, quite frankly. Maybe you got a problem. Maybe you got a problem. Then he just did push-ups. At least that's what I was told. I actually missed his speech, which is a bummer, because I heard he played some unreleased stuff from the next album. But no, the last day I was pulled from dishwasher duty and put into a more kind of actorly position. I had to put on a prison jumpsuit and a MAGA hat, which you are allowed to bring to prison, interestingly enough, and do a little immersive theater, but not gay. Very straight. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. I had to pretend to be in a prison cell. I was cast as the role of one of the January 6th mostly peaceful protesters who were all Antifa and also were proud patriots who need to be released from prison even though they're Antifa, and also they are, of course, not Antifa. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. They made me cry a little bit, from a family back home. I'm kind of a method actor, so I had to channel the memory of a dog I once had when I was a kid. It was a little cocker spaniel called Bob. And Bob, producer Nancy Mom thought Bob was spying on her for, I think, Israel. There was was a lot of slurring and slurs. And so producer Nancy Mom did take Bob and violently sent him to a farm upstate. So that's nice. So I'm sitting there. I'm crying. And who comes over but a vision in yoga pants? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay? She's praying over me. She's comforting me. I think we got something. So I give her my number. Later, she texts me some videos of her doing naked yoga, and it's intimidating. My penis goes back into my body, and I'm very scared, and I don't respond for 5 minutes, and so she sends another text and says, I bet your penis just went back in your body. You're gay, Disney gay. Why don't you come over here and fuck me, you know. And so anyway, I think I have a new girlfriend and mom now. It's kind of weird. Man, what a weekend. It was a wild time. Let me tell you something. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Things are good. Living in America. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. I cannot wait to go back to CPAC next year or in 4 months. I haven't fully figured out the schedule, but I think the next one, at least from what I heard, is either going to be in Texas or Moscow or literally the mouth of hell. So either way, I'm hoping I meet a really sexy older lady who will yell at my penis. Turns out I'm into that. Also, nothing's wrong. Alrighty, so thank you so much for watching. Everything's fine. Everything is we're doing great. Thanks for watching. Please go like and subscribe because nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. We're doing great. Tell all your friends about how nothing's wrong and everything's great. We're all doing good. Tell all your friends. I'll be back at you real soon. I'm definitely going to do a lot more videos because nothing's wrong. How could there be anything wrong? It's all good. So I'll be back at you real soon. And until then...
Oh, shit!
Shut up and sit down.